Good day, writers. We are looking at 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 2, and Mr. Chambers is giving us a glimpse of his daily duties, his vocation as a seminary instructor, preparing the minds and hearts for their calling, for preaching the word. And Mr. Chambers is consistent with this message that first we must experience the word, the living water in our life before we can go out and preach the word. We must know what we're preaching, and whether we are called to a larger audience, whether we are called to a distant audience, it's all the same. We must be examples of God working out salvation in us. And once that happens, once we are in the zone, tracking the Holy Spirit, tracking our struggles, our times when it feels like nothing is happening, like God is just on a siesta and we are all alone. We must work through that, and however we do that, whether it is through the truth that it is done, the truth that is in the Word, the truth that God has for you to get through the struggles, or whether it is in the times where things are just going swimmingly and you are sailing along. Whatever the circumstance is, we have to be continually drawing from that well of living water. And when we are asked to give a word, we need to talk about God, not about ourselves. And we need to be about God and not about ourselves. So today's exercise is just that, is to recognize that God's motion is always forward. And it is not like ours, that it sometimes is up and sometimes down and sometimes a step backwards and two forward. God's motion is consistently moving towards the direction of a relationship restored in the heavens, in our spirit and in our body. We are the embodiment of God's redemption, restoration, creation, and it will show, it will shine. So be prepared today to give that message about God, what God is all about in your life, because you have experienced that. Till we write again,